blow has arrived. Let me check Twitch. Get the stream up on my iPad. Yep, that's up. Normally it takes like a few minutes for the Discord bot to put the stream on, but it did it straight away today. That's good. Oh my word. Oh my word. Right. Greetings, Capitan. Four more drivers.
We're getting there.
Yeah. Hello,
He's
Jens.
in the chat already.
Oh, hello, Callum. Good to see you guys. Boomba. Good to see him.
God, it's my teammate.
Sorry, lad. It's your teammate. Oh.
I have to upload yesterday's stream still.
A reminder, Vibora has a Quali band, so... Because he got one from the last event. Interesting. Right, we've got the last ones now.
I will run us a little ad before we get started.
Perfect. Do we know what if that Vibora guy is joining or not?
Who? We're waiting for?
Vibora. Reserve driver.
No clue. Is he even online? He is online on disc. He's playing Bloodborne at the moment.
I guess we will start then.
Yeah, started up.
Okay. He can join with Quali. I sent him a few invites.
Mm-hmm. Why are people always so slow on radio? It's insane.
They're focusing on the race. Hopefully that's the reason.
Probably not. Probably.
Hopefully they could wait this long on the when they get to the start of the race.
I hope so. Yeah, well, there you go. Ad is done, by the way. Oh no, wait. 10 seconds.
Countdown is on. Countdown. Right then. Move this to one side.
When we load into Quali, you can start yapping.
Yep. We're
You're
already yapping,
back,
bro.
But...
Right, let's get this thing loaded. Will we get some rain? You can't rule it out.
No, you can't, but you know, low chances.
Yeah. 100% agreed. Right then. So, a warm welcome to our viewers for tonight's CLR Friday Season 4 Round 5 race at the Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. The Friday hunt for the title is well and truly on. Abu Dhabi's circuit has hosted several title-deciding races. Obviously, this race will not decide the title, but none of us will forget the 2021 Super Sprint at the end, where Max Verstappen's famous send into Turn 5 on Lewis Hamilton, sending the Netherlands into elation. Last time at Silverstone, Humph took the spoils at dramatic finish, where MJB and Raceborough received drive-through penalties, and MJB actually got disqualified. So, what crazy twist tonight in Round 5. Hello, Max. Welcome back.
Good evening, Georgie. Are we ready to rumble?
Yes, we are already rumbling.
We aren't actually, because we have everyone in the pit lane still.
Well, yeah, we've got our pit lane view. We can see some Red Bull drivers there, Chazza and Blow. Those two actually had a good race last time. Hopefully they're kicking off well together then, as the session actually begins now. As we may have an 18th driver, but at the moment we have 17 on the grid.
Good times today.
That's good, especially for the 2-minute wait between Quali and the race. No, the grid start. Let's see who will be first. This guy's putting the setups on, I assume.
If you're not putting the setup on, we had for our viewers and maybe even new people, we had to enforce a new rule in CLR that after qualifying and on the grid, before you press ready, you have the 2-minute timer. Just so people can do their setups, do their strategy, get the fuel loads in, etc., etc. Take a quick pit stop to the bathroom if they need to. As we have our first cars coming out to the track. Being Neon, Goober McBanana Pants, who is going to be the first one to have a little sight around this Abu Dhabi circuit.
Well, the Haas driver is back. He DNF'd the last time in Silverstone. Unfortunately for him, that was a race full of DNFs, to be honest. That was a crazy DNF session, I'd like to call that race. Hopefully there'll be less DNFs today. I mean, this track provides great opportunities for overtakes, especially into the corners of Turn 6 and Turn 9. But you can see ascend into Turn 5, perhaps Turn 12. And that hotel move as Max... headphones out, but Max demonstrated into Turn 12 actually in the Thursday tier this season. Didn't you just, mate?
I did, yeah. Turn 12. I mean, if you want to overtake there, it's a pretty tricky spot to do so. But if you get a good run out of 9, take the inside line through 10 and 11, you might have a little look into 12.
The first lap begins. It is Neon actually starting the lap, then the Haas driver into Turn 1. Nice move. You don't want to run too wide at Turn 1, especially on your banker lap, as there's always a risk of track limits at this circuit. There's a tendency to run wide. So he comes through Turn 5 now, or the Verstappen corner, as we are going to call it today. So now he's coming on to the first DRS straight. Is Neon in the Haas car, the Canadian driver. He is a pretty consistent point scorer when he's been here in CLR. It's good to see him well and truly back.
Yeah, Neon said he is attending today, but will miss the next two races if I'm correct. For some, I don't know actually why. It might be college or whatever. But so yeah, we will miss out the next two events in Imola and Canada.
Oof.
He will miss those two. Track is some good fun. So we're in for some a few good ones on the Friday here, as Neon is finishing his lap. It looks pretty decent, and don't see any massive sliding. Might not be the fastest of laps we're going to see today, but it looks tidy. So you know, a banker it is for sure. 24 dead for Neon, as Callum will be the next one to set the lap.
Gosh.
23.5, so already 5 tenths
21 is
better
next.
than Neon.
That's
As we're now going to see some drivers setting some laps. MJB
whoa.
22.5, really good lap by MJB, who is always a contender for pole position in CLR for both Thursday and Friday tiers.
As we see an Alpine cross the line, that was a race. Barres goes P4 on this first lap.
Second of MJB. That's a bit
Wow,
surprised by that.
that's
Might not be the
massive
lap
distance.
lap he hoped for.
Chaz is the next driver.
As just had to finish his lap,
It's P3.
and that. Let me see. Jakub will the next one. No, it's the other Merc of Humph will be the next one. And his lap was invalid.
Hump
His
invalid.
time was 23.6. So it would be E7 for Humph, but he's, as I said, invalidated his lap. So he
Groomer
will
as well.
have to go
Yeah.
again in a bit.
There was some slipstreaming going on there. I saw it on the straight. It's Kimilu and Boomba are doing the tow together. They're two Polish teammates then in the Aston Martin cars. Just working together, finding the slipstream for Kimilu then. So it's obviously a very, very fast qualifying driver on this day. His pace is excellent in the race as well, but it's more shown in the qualifying pace for him rather than the race pace. But now he comes through the final sector in the Aston Martin car. Kimilu brings it into the last corner, slightly wide of the apex, but goes P4. So that's a decent lap at the moment. And actually decent positions for both of the Astons because they're second and fourth. And Boomba, you know, is a very strong driver at this track. He actually won the Thursday tier race not so long ago.
Yeah, the first day race was, I think it was round 2, so 3 weeks ago already. Boom Boom showed some really good pace early on in the season, first day at least. For the Friday, he is, let me see, Boomber in P7 at the moment. That's a really unlucky one in Brazil. P14, then came back strong in Hungary, P3. And in Vegas and Silverstone, P9 and P8 respectively. So Boomer at the moment on 27 points. Do I say that correct? Yes. And the top is Humph with 43 points. Humph, who started this season as a reserve on the Friday tier, but has now been promoted to a full-time Mercedes seat due to an inactive driver there. So Humph now with an official seat for the Friday.
Good lap by Jakob then, P2 in the Mercedes. That was
Really well
his
done.
first attempt done. He's had some difficult races, Jakob, in the last few weeks, but he is on the comeback trail. Yaz is actually back. He missed the last few rounds. The Sauber driver. He's been a very good teammate with Lemmy because those guys have been scoring some good points, but it's dropped off obviously with his absence. But he is back now.
Who started the season with P9, P6 and P10. He missed the race in Silverstone, so he missed the last race. But he's back again, looking for some more decent point finishes. As Jazz has been improving compared to last season, I think, where he struggled to get points in from time to time. Still did some good finishes along the way. But this season is a bit an improvement for him.
He goes P12 in this lap, actually. I'd say he's a very reliable point scorer, Yaz.
Yeah, he had to just complete deploy used by the end of his lap, so probably still more time in it for Jazz later on. As we see,
Who are we going to cover now?
Who is on a lap. So Reg, Jens, Hopnop, and Lemmy all yet to set the lap time, of which Reg will be the first one, as he's now on the back straight towards turn 9. He's already depleted his whole battery, 10% remaining.
He's just
As he
regened a
now
lot
gets
there.
to the last sector.
Ooh.
Last sector is where you can really make a difference around this track with the high, if you run a bit of a higher downforce setup. Really a lot of time to gain there on the mechanical grip.
Yeah, I actually remember I put my wings up quite heavily as Reg invalidated
Yeah,
at the Nicholas
wanted to
Latifi
say
corner. But I remember in the Thursday tier race, I was really struggling around this track. I just decided to bump the wing up, and then I managed to get like a really good car in the last sector, and it would keep up with all the guys with the better straight line speeds, setups, and I managed to stick with the train actually. Actually saw some
Yeah, that's
purple
really
sectors by the
important
name.
there, especially when because you have the first DRS straight where you can catch up, and then on the second trying to make an overtake before you can drive away into sector 3, which will be really important around this track. As Jens at 23.6, only 10th of his teammate Callum. As the middle of this pack is once again really competitive, from P2 down to P11, only being separated by 6, let's say 7 tenths. The same as we had yesterday, where P3 to P14 was separated by only 3 tenths, so it was absolutely mad to see.
Yeah, I remember that. I managed to get 7th with a little bit
I
of
was
help on
six,
that.
I was 16th.
16th.
16th, yes.
You had a better race though.
Yeah, I did. I was with Jens in the VC, and I was saying that to him. I was like, "Mate, I'm P16." I was like, "Easy top 3, easy 16." You were joking
That's
about
true.
it. It was absolute madness.
Well, at least for you, it was a better race. For me, EA decided to kick me off, so that was very fun.
Yeah, you're really unlucky
Yeah, but
yesterday.
that was not fun at all. I hate Australia, and this is much better to actually be commentating. I can't lie. Jens was P11
Jens
then.
says, yeah, he said his lap was on a used set, so there's still more time in it for Jens.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
I'm curious, Jens.
Expectations
are
then.
high now.
With that next lap, Chaza is actually slowing down. I think he was on the lap.
On his last lap, on the last corner. Sorry.
Boomba's coming to the line. That's P2. Good lap.
P2. A 10th of MJB. The really good lap from Boomber.
Is anyone else coming now? I believe Callum is finishing a lap. P7.
Samur coming as well.
And so others going in the pit lane.
Kuruma is on
out lap.
On an out. Is Kayem not here?
You know, declined.
Oh yeah, sure.
We have Kamilu. There's a slipstream. Then the Aston Martin's doing a slipstream again. Kamilu's got to give Boomba one.
I mean, there are 2 poles in an Aston Martin, so they probably are in having a little chat with each other to try and make the most out of both of their laps.
That was sneaky from Boomba. He just cut the chicane.
Yeah, I mean, smart.
They've got to work together. It's working at the moment. If Camilo can find a better lap.
Now, and I see like people coming through turn 10, 11 and 12, and why you take such a wide line? I always hug the inside curve throughout that whole section to save 100th of as Camilo invalidates his lap, so far this teamwork.
Well, that's similar to the debate we had last week at Silverstone actually, which line was better, through Luffield, sorry.
Yeah, the V line or the normal line through Luffield. And it's the same around this bit of the track. I always hug the inside line, so I can either set up and move into 12 if there's someone, or defend if there is someone behind me. But a lot of drivers take the traditional line.
I'd say a midline is quite good for that corner. But it just depends.
I mean, it's really good, but also as the same as Luffield, you have the same thing here through turn 5, the first hairpin. You can stick it in deep if you want to overtake there. Or you can take the traditional line and put it on grip.
As we see some drivers
But
just
this
took
one is
some
less of
laps.
a discussion than Lovefield was last week, because
Yeah.
Lovefield is known for
Oh yeah.
taking a different line, and you don't really have that around here.
Yeah, I would agree on that one. So some drivers just completed some laps as we were waffling on a bit. Kruma improved
What
his
we
lap,
also see from
15th.
a lot of drivers already entering the pit lane here in Abu Dhabi is they're taking a bit of a wider entry to not cut it, because this track is notorious known for having a glitched entry to get a track limit warning on the entry of the pit lane.
Yeah, I had that. As we have to also mention on the pit exit, just like every single year they do on Sky, every maybe major TV service who stream F1, that obviously there is a tunnel in the pit exit, and if there is a crash there, it will cause a red flag. So just drivers, be warned. Um, that's what Martin Brundle says every year on Sky F1.
Does he? Oh my god.
Every year, just put it on your bingo card, Abu Dhabi bingo card. He's going to mention about the tunnel and red flags. He said, "I'm shocked there hasn't been a crash there yet." I think there's never going to be a crash there. Well, I probably jinxed it for this year though, as Lemmy goes really deep into turn 12. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wow, that's true drift mastery from Psycho Lemmy. As I just did Gary Neville impression, but. Psycho Lemmy comes into the pits. Oh my word! Continues drifting into the pits. Well, that's why we call him the Drift
I saw that on your
Master.
feed.
First driver then is actually going to start a lap is Hump. He's come out quite early. Maybe it's fueled for a few laps.
Clean track.
I'm just going to stick with it on board with him for the lap then. Let's go on board with Hump. He's been driving very well recently, hasn't he? I mean,
yeah, as I said, he's leading the Friday Drivers' Championship as a reserve, not on a reserve anymore. Now as a Mercedes driver, so he will be happy about that. But yeah, he had a really good, strong start to the season. Let me check. I had it in front of me. I don't anymore. Yeah, I started with a podium in Brazil, then in P3. Dropped down to 10th in Hungary. Missed the race in Vegas. I won the race in Silverstone last week. So a home win for Humph. So he leads the way with 43 points to Psycho Lemmy, Hopnop and Kayam, all on 37. So Kayam is really going to lose out from his P4 today as he misses this race.
indeed. Humph is
as
actually...
it looks like a really tidy lap from Humph.
Let's just go on board with his TV view in the last sector then. Oh, bit of a slide.
Under the hotel. He sticks it in nicely around the last bit of the track. Coming around the final corner. I didn't see if he was up on his time actually.
He's gone P7.
He did almost 4/10 improvement, so P7 for Humph.
Below start of the lap. Is there anyone ahead of him actually on the lap? Or Boomber is? He's actually getting a slipstream this time, so fair.
Yas is on a lap.
Yes.
On a lap. Boomer is going to be the first one.
Yeah, let's just stick with him for now then.
He's gaining a slipstream again from Kmilu. Into the last bit of the track, where there's an Alpine right in front of him.
Oh no!
Alpine right in front of him, which was...
That was Raceborough. Actually, Boombo is just going to complete this lap. Oh no, he's recharging. I think that's going to be his last run, and that's definitely going to be a report.
Yeah, that might be a report.
He can still help his teammate though.
That's probably what he's looking for. So he's staying out indeed. So Kamilu will be getting a nice little slipstream from his teammate. I'm going to go on board
with Blow then, because he's completing a lap. He's a 10th down, but he's found time in the last sector, and that is
P3 for Blow. So a decent starting point for
right, Yaz is next.
Driver.
Goes P10. That's a better lap from Yaz. That's around his average in qualifying, I'd say. It's going to be Jakob, I believe, next. Oh no, there's an Alpine
That's Reg who is
That's
starting his
lap.
lap. He's
Right,
just
Jakob's
Reg is the last one.
2 temps up on this lap so far. So what has he got to find in the last sector then? So he's coming through these tight hotel corners as we go a bit slidey. Oh my word, he's invalidated. And luckily for him, he didn't crash into the Latifi wall. And
I'm on board with Psycho Lemmy in the last sector. Really has to set the lap, or otherwise he starts with the back of the grid. P17 because he didn't set the lap time yet. Our Sauber driver in the last final corners at the moment, who absolutely depleted his battery, misses the apex in the last corner, but still sets a decent lap time. P8 for Psycho Lemmy.
MJB
as
improves
MJB
slightly.
Improves another 10th to 22.4. So that will be 3 races done for MGB and possibly 3 pole positions in this Friday tier. As you now see a lot of drivers coming up
he
to
gave a slipstream to Callum.
final
Callum's crossing the line.
bit of the track.
Oh, it's P3. That's a good lap.
P3 for Callum, really well done by the Williams. As who is remaining? Humph is invalidated.
No. Oh,
So
there's a spin.
no clue,
It's
right?
Reggie.
Reg has
Oh!
spun on
Big-
his final attempt.
He's going to be starting
So
last then.
that he will be starting at the back of the grid.
Yaz is on a slowdown. So that is the
Yes,
grid
it's on
then.
a slowdowns. So that's our grid. Starting in pole position for the third time in a row is MJB in the Ferrari. Next to him will be Boomber, who says he's very good qualifying for
It's a very good
the pole.
very good qualifying for Boomba himself. Callum
We don't
found
have
great
a pole
lap
on
at the
pole.
end. Yep. That's
Really
a
bad
true
joke,
joke
sorry.
and a half. But here we
I'm
go.
really sorry. Alright, our grid is MJB, Boomber, Gingernut, Hopnop aka Captain, the top 4, Blow, Camilo, Jakub, 3 poles back to back in P5, 6 and 7. Chaza, Humph and Lemmy round out the top 10. Outside of the top 10 is Racebrewer in P11. Really not the best performance for the Alpine driver. Jazz in P12, 21 in P13. Jens, Huber McManara Pants, Kuruma and Reg to round off the grid. He didn't set a normal lap time because he spun on his last run.
Reminder to our drivers,
run a
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah, so a 2-minute timer will be started by Callum. He will ready up when needed. In the meantime, I'm gonna run an ad so we don't miss any action later on.
A quick water. Yeah. Oh dear.
Sorry.
Max is making all the shocking jokes today.
I'm really mate. I'm gonna laugh if we are 4 polls in a row and we have a poll on pole.
My word. What?
Oh, sorry for. Did we have a poll on pole actually?
Well, Camille many times, so.
Oh yeah, of course we had a poll on pole. Why has that joke never been made? It's just a shitty joke.
Oh no. I think someone readied up too early, because I'm hearing beeping. Okay.
Oh my days.
Okay. I think
Yeah,
we're starting
someone
anyway.
readied up.
We'll start anyway.
21 readied up, according to
Okay.
Jens.
Okay.
We still have an ad for 40 seconds.
Red Bull decided to go a bit early.
No.
Right.
Alright, let me get the telemetry and all that kind of good stuff. Because you can't, because you're streaming the stuff.
Right. I'm gonna go through the tyres then, because some guys will hear us. And
Yeah, if
obviously
you
the
wait for
podcast is
another
still going.
20 seconds. If you wait for 20 seconds.
Yeah,
I'll
they're on the
let you
screen
know.
anyway.
Yeah.
They're going for the form lap. Oh, interesting. I'm not surprised with
5,
that selection.
No, me neither. Alright, we back.
So, tyre allocations or tyre selections from our drivers. Top 6 on mediums. And then we have the lead hard runner of Jakub and the Mercedes and Chazak alongside him on hard tyres. And then we have Hump on the mediums. Lemmy goes for the hards. And then 11th down to 14th for Jens, Yaz 21 and Raceborough. Hards for Neon. And then mediums for Kuruma and Reggie. So, let's do predictions then, because I said I would make my prediction today. I'm gonna go Boomer to win this race. I think he's gonna do it again.
Boomer continuing this in his good form, you say?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna say Hopnop. Oh, sorry, finish your podium.
Hobnob P2, and I'm gonna say P3. I'll go Jakob. I think there's something.
P3, you say?
I think his strategy is gonna work today.
I'm gonna say. What I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say MJB because he was really quick on the first day tier. Yeah, I know, boring. Pole to win. Yeah, blah blah blah, boring. I'm gonna say MJB, Hopnop, and Racebloer. Racebloer to finish out the podium. I think he will have a strong one after a disappointing qualifying because I do think he has the race pace around here.
Final car on the grid then. We're about to get ready for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here in CLR, as we will wait for the lights. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's going Abu Dhabi, so it looks like MJB has made a slower start, but Boomer did get disqualified.
MJB has an absolute flyer of the start.
Oh, there's a bit of side by side. The Mercedes drivers going side by side.
Has been spun round as well. Not spun round. There's a Sauber's been spun round.
There's a Sauber. Yes, he has. He has been. Racebro as well was involved in that. He's lost loads of positions. As all those side by side then into this turn 5.
Side by side.
Merck's
There's
making contact
with Psycho Lemmy behind, who has to drop down to P9 at the moment. Two Mercedes side by side, going towards turn 6 to the first chicane where you can make it
Boomer to the lead then.
As Boomer takes the lead of this race at the moment.
Oh, but he's gone a bit deep, and then it's going to allow MJB.
From the Polish driver. As Jakub goes a little bit into the back of Humph, he didn't hurt his front wing from that little contact.
Here we go
now
then.
see MJB and
Callum's coming through on MJB
for the lead. Callum
and
on
Boomer
the
as
outside
well.
of turn 9.
But MJB breaks a bit
Can't
late.
make it stick just yet. You have to stick it around the outside to defend from MJB.
Ooh.
Really well done there by our
Good
top
move.
3 drivers to keep it clean around there. Really difficult to do so.
That's a good move for Callum then. P2 at the moment, and there's more things going on. It looks like Jakob's gone a bit deep. He's lost more positions.
Bloomberg a bit wide at Latifi corner. Which might.
And Callum's gone on the outside of the final corner. And he's going to take the lead of the race with a crazy move at the last corner. MJB's going for the inside at turn 1. No, he's not actually. Boomber's coming back side by side through turn 2.
The outside for Boomer misses out on MJB there. Quite understandable action to lift off there a bit, as there's a long race to go. We have a lot of action in the top 10.
Blow on the inside.
Blow with a side on the hairpin.
Oh
Makes
my
it up
word.
to P4, passes Hopnop around there. And now with DRS, the opportunity to get onto the podium positions.
Boomber's now
Blow
coming through
drops
on Callum.
down on Hopnop. Captain Hopnop, who makes up to P2, even 3.
Oh
What's
my
going
word.
to be for him at the exit of the chicane? It's going to be P3. Boomer in P2. Callum, who has lost out, has dropped down to P6 even. He was in the lead. Not quite sure what happened there.
He lost so many places there. I think he just went deep at turn 5 actually, I saw.
Chaza on the outside of turn 9 with Psycho Lemmy. Lemmy makes keeps his position as Chaza tries to make a switchback. Didn't quite work out for him. Lemmy's still in P9.
Hobnob on the inside of turn 12. Big bump there. And that's actually Blow holding position. Hump is coming through though for the Latifi corner. They're side by side. Oh my word, it doesn't normally end well. It nearly didn't end well there. They're still side by side though.
Going through the final 2 turns of this lap as we go on to lap 4 already. MJB with the fastest lap, 26.2 at the moment. As Camilo is on the right side of Callum, looking towards a move into turn 1, can't quite have a real opportunity there, as he will try to have a look into turn 5, just before the DRS.
They look like Blow is about to lose the car there. It looks like he's really struggling with it at the moment as Blow.
Camilo's trying to get a move onto P6. We will have DRS on Callum as the whole train, as Blow has already lost out on DRS to Boomer and MJB. 1.4
It's a massive
seconds
train there. Wow.
Yeah, it's a gap from P3 all the way down to P13.
Hobnob is through then. That's a clean move. Blow obviously wants to try and keep up. Oh, there's a yellow flag. It's
Yellow.
Jakob.
Jakob has been done.
As
He
we go
has
back to the battle.
been not sure what happened with him. Psycho Lemmy drops down to P12 as well. He was up in P9 just a lap ago. Lemmy has gone neutral on the fuel because his fuel light is already on. So he is being down on fuel, expecting to gain
side by
some
side
back
in
with
turn
either
12.
VSC or SC.
Chazza, the outside turn to the inside. It's side by side with Jens and
Jens on the
Chazza.
outside. Oh, Jens has hurt his front wing there.
There's a spin behind as well. That's Lemmy spinning. Lemmy spun as a result.
Jens will be into the pit lane.
Yeah, that's clear front wing damage.
That's understandable. Damage there.
So now we go back to the lead train and the top two. That as blowers caused the DRS to break really early. That was a crazy fight at the front early on, but it looks like it's a battle with two at the moment, and it's just, you know, who will be more sensible. These guys were battling for the win actually on the Thursday tier as well, so it's clear that these guys are the fast ones at this track.
As Camilo will get a move on Callum, they have been finding each other all the way throughout this season. They've been squabbling every single race it looks like, and they're going at it again. As Blow has an amazing run on Hopnop on the exit of the chicane. Will get DRS on the outside towards turn
Boomer go into the
8
lead
if you
then.
call it. Towards turn 9, already up into P3 as Boomer takes the lead through turn 9. Really well done.
There's going to be more fights behind. Reg is actually behind Chazza then. So it looks like there's 3 trains at this stage. You have the one going from P1 and 2, and then you have quite a few carriages on the train behind. As Callum is starting to fall off a little bit, it seems. Maybe Chazza...
Yeah, Callum is out of DRS already, 1.1 seconds at the moment. We'll have a look if maybe he has damage.
There's a potential. Oh, the side by side into turn 1.
He does not have damage.
Camilo and Humph were nearly side by side. Like, but he's literally on his backside.
Ruma, the first one with a 3 seconds penalty.
As we now go out of turn 5, so the gap is changing. The leaders then will be changing position because MJB is back into the lead behind.
Yeah, they're working together really well, MJB and Boomer, to keep that gap behind. As Hopnop now moves into P3, captain.
We have actually a reaction from Jens in the chat
see.
with this incident. But let's see if the battles first before I go on about this. Blow's coming back into P3 then. It just is obvious DRS change. It's mean you get the move done into turn 6 and then someone's going to come back into turn 9. It's the case here.
Yeah, the typical Abu Dhabi things going on here. It's relatively easy to pass around here, but yeah, you can, because of the second DRS detection, you can get redone pretty easily.
I'm just going to look at the chat again. Jens had some reaction to that. Why does he keep going? He doesn't back out. Trying it in the Latifi corner on hards. I think he's actually talking about Chazza there.
He is talking about Chazza. Chazza went up the inside under the hotel and trying to make it stick. Jens on the outside. Yeah, really unfortunate. Might have to take a look at that. FAA might have to take a look at that later on. At the moment we have Boomer, who has 6 tenths down on MJB, so I don't think he will make it stick this lap, as Hopnop moves again to P3. As you see, swapping and change every single lap around this track. Psycho Lemmy passes Kuruma.
Yeah,
on the straight.
I was just watching on board with the guys going for P3. They had a bit of a concertina effect, I believe, as Chazza goes into P7 then. So Callum has lost position then to the Red Bull driver. As the hard tyres are now starting to come online. The mediums at this track I wouldn't say are the best, but I would say obviously medium to hard strategy is the optimal one. You want to get the shit out the way, and then you get onto the good tyre. Yes.
If you can invite him back.
Cool. we paused the race quickly.
Let me see
Yeah, he's back
what's
in.
going on.
Right. Front train again. Callum's boxing.
Callum
Hard tyres
boxing
on.
already. That's an early stop for the Williams. Maybe he's looking for a big undercut.
The Alpine drivers have actually just switched. I think this is going to enable Racebird to get a move on with 21 ahead of him.
That will be the idea of them, as Racebrewer is also in the DRS of 21.
Another switch for
Who is
P3
catching up to Chaza.
as we now go on board with
Racebrewer with
Racebird.
the move into turn 6. Brakes late, but 21 makes the move late as well.
I don't think he gave a
bit
car's
of
whip there.
contact. No, there wasn't
Not for me.
much space for Racebrewer, but he made it stick somehow. That's also gone through to P9, so Alpine working together to get the move on.
As Blow is just using the DRS really well. He's not actually losing so much time. Good to see us back after some disconnect, I assume.
Yeah, I had a disconnect on lap 1. I only saw his message now.
Oh.
I mean, his message was only 3 minutes ago, so not too bad.
Yeah, so we now with Hobnob. So it seems Blow's losing quite a lot of time in the corners. Because
looks like it, yeah.
But in the straights, they're actually gaining all the time back. Like 1.6.
Yeah, probably running lower wings than
That's a mistake by Boomba. He's lost big time there.
Ooh, 2 seconds now. That's a real shame for Boomber, who see his chances of being competitive at the front falling down a bit with that. Had a good gap behind with Blow. The gap was 2 seconds, is now only 1 second. So if Blow,
go 3 wide,
or Blow or Hopnop can get a move on, they're already inside of the DRS of Boomer. Sorry. Will he get the DRS? No, because the detection is a bit later. Boomer really good exit off the chicane to try and get back.
It's actually Camille then. Camille going for the positions. Hopnop defends then on Blow, but Camille gets
on
through.
the outside of turn 9, who is losing a couple of positions there. Humfo is joining this party in P6. Is looking for a little move in 12. Can't do anything just yet, as Jazz has left the session again, so I don't know what's going on with his connection.
I think there's some problem there. 2.2 seconds in the lead then is MJB. It looks like the train then is running from 2nd down to 6th. I think Chaz is about to join the train. The hards are working now.
Yeah, the mediums are starting to fall off at this point, I think. So Chaza now with an opportunity to close in on this train will be difficult, because the train ahead obviously has DRS throughout.
As we now
so
go,
it will be a difficult one for Chaza.
It's going to be a move for Camille then on Boomba. They're on for really good points then, the Aston Martin team. It's actually really tight in the constructors. We have the top 4 separated by 8 points. Williams are in the lead at the moment. The moment that will change, Aston Martin on for a huge haul at the moment. As I said, Chazza is probably about to join in, because they're losing a lot of time in the corners, but they're regaining some in the straights, obviously. The DRS effect is massive. Racebro and Reggie, they're actually battling for P8 against Jakub at the moment.
Yeah, Jakub who has passed them, I think. Because I think they were chasing down Chaza just a moment ago. So Jakub, who's getting a move on, already has a 3-second penalty. We will try make up the gap to Chaza, 3.8 seconds at the moment as we start lap 10. Our leaders start lap 10 at the moment, so already a third way through this race.
It's quite an interesting one at the moment. Oh! That's Hobnob making an error. And that's going to give emphasis to Blow. Yes, he's in
Blow
P4.
can ghost through Captain through turn 5, so he will get P. Will he get P4? No, he's already behind without ghosting, so didn't gain anything from that. So he had to really do it on track with Blow. So who of this train? What is smart in this train,
Oh no.
George?
I
Do you
think
box early? When do you box early? Are you saying if you're Humph you box early, or are you saying if you're Camilo I box early?
well, I think Blow might box early, because his teammate's going to come onto the train now. He's actually in the train. Chaz has just joined in, but I
Yeah,
think
yes.
you know if you're Blow, you might have some issues later on with obviously where sometimes his pace can fall away quite quickly below. That's what I've noticed, but I wonder who's actually going to go for an undercut out of these guys. It's actually
It will be
Boomba and Blow.
and Blow
So
who
yeah.
will be getting into the pit lane as first.
Oh, he broke too late. Blow on the pit entry, and he's taken front wing damage. Boomba then's going to get fresh tyres on. It's going to be hard. I have to say,
Who
Boomba's
did
really
you say
lucky.
get damage?
Blow got damage.
Oh yeah, I see an end plate missing. Yeah, that's a
He
real
broke
shame
too
for
late
Blow.
on the pit entry. Luckily for Boomba, he didn't give him a 10 seconds for that, because I know sometimes that is a possibility. But they've come out of the tunnel now.
Chaza is fighting with Humph for P4, the squabbling.
Yeah.
Chaza was ahead before the hairpin. He's now after the hairpin into the chicane. He's ahead once again.
So Chaza is in
on his
P4
hard
then.
tires. He will be able to continue for another 5 to 6 laps before he has to get a move on to the medium tires. Now a second down on Hopnop, aka Captain, and Camilo. So let's see if he can close that gap down as well, which he was able to do earlier with Blow and
Raceborough then.
Boomer.
That's P6 for Raceborough. That's an overtake on Jakob. It'll be interesting for Chaza. He'll probably get P6, I reckon, because that's a position.
Yeah, Chaza's in a really good position, and
Mary.
and he's already also inside of the DRS of Captain and Camilo.
MJB
he's
responds.
Able to MJB responds. So does Captain.
Hobnob's in. Humph is in. Chaz is obviously staying out. Extend the stint.
Yeah, Jakub is staying out on the hards, obviously.
Reg as well.
On the hards as well.
Raceborough has decided now is an opportunity to box, and it's hard tyres waiting for him. So a lot of pit stops just occurring. As I think it's about time that Chaza is going to take the lead of this race in a few corners time, maybe on the straight.
Yeah, MJB now 15 seconds down on the lead of this race. So the gap you have, so a pit window is like 22 seconds around here, because I think he was like 7 seconds in the lead, if I say that correct. So a good opportunity. Ooh, a little slide from Chaz now, who moves into the lead of the race at the moment. Comedian on the outside will try to make a switch back into turn 9.
Yeah, good one.
So that will be Chaza in the lead of this race currently. We all know MGB is in the net race lead. What really is interesting, George, if you look at Gingernut, he's only a few tenths down on MJB. So he's also in the net P2. So really well done by Gingernut. He will have a bit of older tires by the end of this race. But if he can hang on.
I mean, the hards don't really wear at this track, from what I remember.
They don't.
I mean, they are a good tyre as well. I mean, it's... Actually, it looks like Lemmy's going to be the 4 on the block here for MJB, because he is on old tyres still, and they've got to pass him. And he might do it...
that can be an advantage.
No, if you can just stick my back...
If you can do it quick.
He can stay in the DRS, he will go on the inside at the Verstappen corner. Lemmy goes deep.
He goes deep, probably to... Ooh, a little contact with Callum there.
But I think actually that's going to help Callum, because he's going to get the slipstream. It just keeps him on track.
Boomer was lost out on this one. If Lemmy doesn't have the pace, Boomer can catch up. That will be a bit of advantage for the Aston Martin. He is inside DRS, so Boomer is able to catch up once again after losing out on DRS before the pit stops.
Hobnob's going for a move.
He will be able to come back.
On Blow. Blow has front wing damage just to Remember, contact through the corner. Oh no, there's been an incident, and it's Blow having an contact with Hobnob through turn 9. The has half spun. Luckily for him, he didn't fully spin out, but it's more damage for the Red Bull. I saw more
Yeah,
carbon
Blow now
flying.
missing both his end plates.
That's going to be a huge downforce loss.
That was really huge downforce loss, and it will be another pit stop for Blow, who has to go on to a set of mediums it is. And also Hobnob pits as well, so he probably also has damage.
Yeah,
As 21 now comes up to P8 because of the people pitting. Jazz is retired in on track.
I think he's just had internet issues today. I mean, I reinvited him
I think
again.
he has
But...
a lot. Yeah, he's disconnected 3 times, but he's now he's retired on track. So not because of damage, because I saw his car going into some asphalt runoff.
He's confirmed on Discord that he can retake control, so I think he's just retired it because he doesn't want it to impact people. I think it's the case.
Probably.
But that's just pure unlucky. That's happened to me yesterday, so I can sympathise.
That's really unlucky.
Right.
Now,
Callum's dropped off.
See. Callum has dropped off indeed, 1.6 seconds, but it was to be expected. Driving behind MJB on older hard tires is really difficult. As Boomer now.
Oh, they're side by side through these
into
corners.
Turn 13 and 14. They're still squabbling. Callum keeps ahead for the time being, but it won't be long.
As Callum is holding on for a provisional P2 at the moment. They've got a good battle on for the podium. He's actually got a lovely gap behind Callum. If he can keep his tyres in good shape, he'd definitely be on for a podium.
Yeah, Lemmy still has to box later in this race. So the gap Callum has is, if I can get back his lead, yes, thank you. He has 4 seconds to Humph. So that's quite a nice gap he has. So Callum might be on for a podium. As Chaza, Jakub and Lemmy still have to box in this race. Jens is on a comeback with 11 lap old hard tires. I'm not sure if he can make it to the end. Jens, I know you're listening. How far are your tires at the moment?
He's going on the inside, or he's backed off there. 21 there, he's trying to overtake the McLaren driver today and the Williams full-time driver. As it's a good exit from Jens. DRS is going to the inside of turn 9, and that's going to be a completed move. Yes.
Boomer also losing out on MJB, so MJB is having some really good, strong pace around this track.
He's actually got another penalty
on the first day race.
6 seconds for Boomba. Struggling with his track limits today.
Yeah, that might hurt him. That will hurt him later on in this race. Might lose him a podium, as Humph is starting to close in on Psycho Lemmy in the Sauber.
Camille receives 3 seconds as well.
Yeah, so Aston Martin might lose out some position on penalties later in this race. Depends on what the rest of the drivers do with track limits, as we still have 13.5 laps of this race remaining. So we passed the halfway mark. So MJB in the net race lead, with Boomer behind, and Callum for the podium. Chaza and Jakub will be boxing shortly, soon, I think. 15 lap old hards at the moment, so that might be the point you want to box for medium tires coming off those hards. As Neon is in the pit lane, 14 lap old mediums, as he boxed on lap 1 after getting damage. Going onto hard tires as well. So Haas having a real stinker today. P15 and 16 at the moment.
MJB is about to go for Jakub. When is it time for Chaz to box? He does he's staying out another lap. I think 17 would be respectable.
Jakub is in the pit lane. He doesn't want to be passed by MJB on track, knowing it will cost him time. So he will be in the pit lane now, going onto medium tires, I'm assuming. Yes, they are. As Humph also gets a 3-second penalty.
So Jakub, mediums are on, Let's see what he can do in this stint. He will need to make a lot of
He,
time up, a
yeah,
lot
he
of
will drop down
positions.
pretty far back. He will fall back behind Reggie. So in P12 for Jakub on the edge of the points. He has a lot of drivers right ahead. So first target is Reg, which has a 3-second gap to Jens. And Jens is in a train with Racebrewer and 21. So I think P8 will be relatively easy to get for Jakub. I think considering Chaza and Psycho Lemmy also have the box. P6 is a good shout for Jakub if he can get the pace up. He is at the moment 9 seconds behind P6. And Hub might also be a target for him still, his teammate.
Well, let's see.
Who is 12 seconds off the lead as Jakub is 22. So that's a 10-second gap.
Chaza boxes. So the Red Bull has received a penalty on the pit lane. You can appeal that actually. Let's see if there's going to be mediums. Yes, obviously.
Will be going way too fast. If there's a safety car, if the safety car comes out now, you might be able to go to softs. If you still have fresh ones.
I'd say it's
Because of the
difficult
safety
even
car.
from here. Soft tires.
Yeah, but if you have to realize if a safety car comes out now, before it comes in, you're 3 laps further. So
it's a massive lead for MJB. 4 seconds. And it looks like the battle for the podium is on. Callum is actually losing a lot of time now for Humph. I mean, there's a car offset.
yeah, but you have to realize Boomber has a 6-second and Humph has a 3-second as well. So
Yeah.
Callum is still actually in a pretty decent position to get onto the podium.
If he can minimise his losses, then he can still be on for a very good result.
And it might be a Callum tactic, drop behind Humph and keep in his DRS to get onto the podium.
That would be smart. Chaz is in P8 then, he's come out in P8, so there's still
he's come out quite
results.
a bit ahead of Jakub. Chaza in P8, so he can be on for something as well. As Lemmy probably still has to pit.
Jens receives a penalty side by side into turn 12. It's going to be Jakub into the outside to the inside, ahead of Jens. P10 for Jakub. That's a good move from the Mercedes.
Lemmy is in the pit lane. So last to pit. Ooh, 10-second time penalty for Psycho Lemmy. That will destroy his chances of getting some decent point today.
Let's go on board with Chaza then, because it looks like he's going to be making big gains.
Yeah, Chaza and Jakub right behind each other, 1.5 seconds the gap still. But the two medium runners who are still in contention for a good chunk of points. Chaza will make the move on Racebrewer on this straight, I'm assuming. It will be a relatively easy move for the Red Bull Racing driver.
Former teammates as well. To turn 6.
Relatively easy move, but Racebrewer come back at it for the chicane.
He's going to get
it
DRS.
Will be DRS. Yeah, he will get the flap open, so he will come back at it.
Will he go to the outside or the inside? Racebrewer inside.
The inside.
And it's
Chaza can break
breaks
way
very
later.
Late. And he held the position.
So
good
he's ahead of Racebrewer, so he can now try to get stretch a gap in the last sector here.
He's P6 as always, Chaza.
Yeah, P6 merchant here.
Very good to see. He's
3.5 seconds to Camilo, so I'm really curious if he can gain
doable.
anything there. Chaza and Camilo both on 3-second time penalty, so that's actually on-track fight.
Jakub fastest lap.
To be expected.
Let's see if what Jakub can do then in this situation.
He's in the same situation as that Chaza is actually. On a fresh set of mediums, just posted the fastest lap, so Racebrewer has to defend that one really well. He's not going to make my prediction true. I said he would be on the podium, but I don't expect it from him anymore today. You never know in CLR. We still have just under 10 laps remaining in this race.
Oh, so the battle continues for P number 6 with Racebrewer having DRS on Chazza again. I don't think Chazza's going to break the DRS. Raceboro is a very strong driver, but also, you know, he's in the game, Raceboro, every race. Oh, yellow flag. Oh,
We have a yellow.
Hobnob's out. That's going to be a safety
Hobnob
car.
has retired hard. Full cost caution.
Told you it could
Safety
change.
car. You told me. You told me.
Oh, safety car.
Let's see who will be in the pit lane.
Immediately,
MJB is in the pit lane.
Everyone's got a box. I wonder what tyre they're going to go onto.
Boomer staying out.
What tyre would you go onto, Max?
Hanf is softs.
It's mediums for MJB.
Camilo's in. Chaza's in. Racebroers in.
Mediums are on.
Jakub is in. Racebroer gets a free second in the pit lane.
Callum mediums as well.
21 is in. Jens is in.
Soft tyres, Chazza.
Smart move by the Red Bull driver.
21, I also see mediums.
Jakub onto softs.
There's a few mixed tyres. I would have got mediums as well, but it's obviously up to these guys. I think Blow's going to go onto the softs. Yes, soft tyres for the Red Bull driver. I think he's used all his mediums anyway, so he's got to go onto the
Jens
softs.
onto mediums as well. I think the soft drivers have a real advantage here, because you have to realize there are now 9 laps remaining in this race. Before everyone is closed up to the safety car, we have 8. And then you probably, because Neon is really far back, so is Kuruma. There will be another lap. So I think the safety car will go in either lap 23 or lap 24. So you will make it on softs.
Kuruma soft tyres. And we're going to see Neon as well, so we'll cover the whole pit stop phase of this safety car. It was Hobnob crashing out. That was turn 2, I believe.
So now we have all our pit stops done. I'm going to run a tiny little ad.
It's actually soft for Neon, last one.
Because otherwise we're going to miss the last action in this race.
Well, we don't want to miss the last few laps, obviously, when we come back.
No, exactly. That's why I'm going to run a 1 minute.
Oh my word, there was a big chance of flipping this race.
Mate, Boomer absolutely missed out here.
He's gambling.
He has 6 seconds. He's 6 seconds and he's on an old hard tyre.
He might be thinking back to the Thursday race. He stayed out in that situation. I believe it came out like 19, didn't it? So it's a bit later.
I have no clue.
No, I do remember that he stayed out under the safety car.
I'm still having an issue running this ad, by the way. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
I pressed the button, but it didn't put it in. Oh, I did now. Cool.
Right then.
I can't see. I think we're back in 10. But we'll keep you up on.
Of course.
So lap 22 now, as we still have 4 drivers to catch up to this safety car train.
So I just want to confirm.
Boomer is on the outside of the safety car through the hairpin. I wouldn't do that, mate. And that's bad for MJP earlier on in Silverstone.
Yeah, actually that's...
And it's really bad. I wouldn't.
Right, tyres. Chazza, the soft drivers then. Chazza, Jakub, Jens, Blow, Kuruma and Neon. They've got a long way to actually catch up. I think they might start another lap. I think that actually will work for the
There will be another lap. That's why I'm saying it will be either lap 23 or lap 24 before the safety car comes in.
I think it'll
so
be
that
in
will
for
make
24.
only 5 or 6 laps on the soft tires, which is really doable. As Neon is now only getting onto the first DRS straight, so he has quite a bit to go.
Will it be in this lap then? That's actually a possibility of it actually coming in this lap. I wouldn't be surprised if it stays another lap.
It won't.
No,
it will be another lap at least, because you have both Kuruma and Neon to still catch up.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So at least another lap.
Well, Lemmy's still in the game, 13th. Loads of people have penalties. That whole midfielder's penalties. And, you know, the big...
Yeah, so the only drivers without a pen is MJB and Gingernut, both on 0. Boomber, Jakub and Kuruma on 6. Also Blow and Lemmy without a penalty, by the way. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hamf,
Wow.
Camilo, Chaza, Reisbroer, 21, Jens, Reggie, and Neon, all with 3-second penalties. So this race is going to be decided at the line based on penalties.
Well, there's 5 laps, mate. There's plenty of time to decide between then and the checkered flag. I think
If it's
be in this lap.
in this lap, we have if it's in this lap, we have 6 laps of racing remaining.
That's a lot of time.
I'm assuming it will be in this lap. So yeah, 6 full laps of racing is a lot of time for stuff to go on. Now position changes at the moment. Boomer +1 on old hard tires, so that he will lose out later on. MJB -1, Humph, the big winner at the moment, +6. Callum -1, but he is still in the podium contention. Camilo +1, Chazar +2, Racebrew +4, started P11. Racebrew is on mediums, right? So will be difficult for him to gain anything else, but he is a fast driver, so let's see what he can do.
You never know
in this lap.
Safe to go in this lap.
-1, but on softs, so he will be fast. 21 and Jens both +4. Jens also on softs, so he has another opportunity to gain another P7, just like yesterday. Reg +6, Blow -7, he's the big loser out here in this field. Lemmy -3 and Karuma +2. Neon started P15, so he's still in his original place, as we have a restart.
Right, let's see what Boom is going to do then. I don't know what the optimal restart here at Abu Dhabi is. I don't know what you would do, but...
I never restart the race. I'm never in the lead,
it is
so I don't
pointless
know.
asking you that question then.
I've made in the whole history of CLR, I may have restarted a race twice.
As we have... Boom,
he's going now.
Gone now.
Just before the final corner. That looks like a pretty decent, smart move from Boomber, but MJB is
he's
awake
close already.
And he will have a look into turn 1. Not quite yet.
Well, not yet, but he's going to get the exit into turn 2. They're going side by side through turn 2. Is MJB on the outside? Is actually going to switch around. Humph is there on the inside of MJB towards turn 5. Humph on the inside of both. Humph is back in the lead. Humph is in the lead then.
Into the race lead with an outstanding move.
As Callum is just behind MJB, can he get ahead of his...
It's too wide, it's 3 wide
on
the straight.
As we're going to...
Callum to P2, really well done here on this restart. That's what Callum wanted. As Boomer is still there with MJB.
As Callum's got the lead then, basically, at the moment. Let's go back.
Boomer down to P5 as Boomer is down to P6 with the poor exit. P7 even, Racebrew up to P6. A lot of action going on this restart.
So it looks like Chaz has gained places then on the restart. He's obviously in 6th. Racebrew has gained a place as well. As we look, Boomer's falling down the field. Inside for Jakub.
Yeah, boom.
He's going to get this.
Into turn 12 on the outside. Now I see a little contact, I think. As Jakub couldn't make it stick on his soft tires, but he will probably have another look into turn 1. Boomer on his old tires, explaining why he didn't have the grip on the exit of the chicane, dropping down 6 places on the first lap after this restart.
We go back to the leads.
As Humph and Callum are now trying to break away together with MJB. 5/10 the gap from Camilo to MJB, looking towards turn 5. Jakub 3 seconds, that will really hurt his race.
DRS enabled. Let's now see what Callum, MJB and Co will do.
As Jakub now is 9 seconds.
Oh, Reggie side by side. He's gone off the track, Reggie, but he's actually come back on. Racebrow's gaining places. Let's watch this into turn 6 for the leaders. Oh, a little bit of rear ending there going on. MJB may have taken damage, I can't lie. But let's now see Callum. Will he get the lead then? Humph is defending the inside. Oh, literally the inside.
That's the inside line.
Oh,
get more close to the wall.
Reg's pulling over. I think he's going to retire. I think that's his race over, Reggie. As then Lemmy's gained more places.
Hurt his wing.
Lemmy's gained more places.
Yeah, Lemmy up to P10, and with all the penalties ahead, that might still be P4, P5 for Psycho Lemmy in the
Yeah.
Sauber after his race earlier, looking like it was nothing. But after this restart, everything's possible for Lockup Lemmy or Driftmaster Lemmy.
So the
MJB
top,
fastest lap, Racebrewer fastest lap.
top 5 have broken away. It looks like the softs are actually falling off now for Chazza. So maybe your call wouldn't have been correct in this situation. As it looks like Callum is losing a bit of time at the moment for Humph. Humph looks quite comfortable in the lead at the moment, but let's see what.
He does. But yeah, there's the DRS
Callum
train. He's leading the DRS train down to P5 as Racebrewer now will try to get a move on Camilo. He's gaining towards turn 5.
They're going to go 3 wide
MJB
again.
and Humph and Callum are all 3 wide towards the chicane.
Callum is
Humph on the inside
will
get the switchback. Callum get the switchback. MJB on the outside will be up to P2.
Oh, MJB gains the place then. I think there may have been a bit of contact on the exit or something. Callum bogged down. As we look behind, Camilo and Racebrewer not side by side. And MJB's going on the outside for the lead. MJB to turn 12. Are they going to continue being side by side? Well, MJB takes the lead then. So that's
MJB back into the lead of this race with 3 laps remaining after this one.
As we
and that will be really good for MJB. Humph still with a 3 seconds, so Callum in net P2. Camilo, Racebrewer and Chazza all having 3 seconds. So they will be, together with Humph, will be fighting for P3 in this race.
It's definitely still on the podium for Callum. MJB looking at the win then. He is in the position for the win, obviously, P1. But Humph is still looking quite handy. Let's see what he will do on this next straight. DRS will be enabled again. It seems like they're starting to drop
he
Callum.
probably will get a pass, 4 tenths behind on this DRS straight.
Oh, Chazza's gone deep.
Chazza's really lost out. Couldn't get a real control of those softs. Can't imagine they falling off already, but sure.
Humph is happy to stay behind because he's going to get DRS again. 2 tenths behind.
Yeah, as DRS again, he's now closer to MJB. Will he look towards the inside or the outside?
No.
He's going to stick behind again, probably realizing he has that 3 seconds.
Racebrewer, oh no! They've actually made contact, Racebrewer and Camilo. Racebrewer has lost a lot of time there through the corner. I believe they've made contact. Behind, Lemmy's into P7.
Now 1.3.
Jakob sends it! Oh!
Ooh, there's a massive bit of contact there into turn 12. You have to be careful around there if you want to make a move. Chazza now, who has a little bit of a gap to Psycho Lemmy, as Boomerang P8 on his old hard tires. He's still keeping it the damage limitation within.
Lemmy gets a 10-second penalty.
Which probably will be.
I think that will be looked at. That was a crazy send from Jakob, I have to say.
By Psycho Lemmy, probably.
That reminded me of one I did in FSRL actually on Sabino.
Now back to the lead of this race. Camilo with a massive drive out of turn 5.
Jakob's
looking
out.
Towards Jakob retired. 10-second time penalty for him, but it doesn't matter now.
Going towards turn 6. Slight lag on some drivers there, but we see Humph just keeping position.
Attack. Callum with a switch.
Callum has got the exit
of the chicane. He doesn't have the straight line speed compared to Humph, who has DRS and the slipstream.
It's the right
just
cool.
10 seconds as well, so there's a lot of stuff going on here.
I'm not sure what's going on with those guys.
Neither do I.
He's got his front wings fully off, Chazza. That's his race destroyed.
Probably.
Let's go check this leaders then for a final lap.
To the final lap of this race. Callum still in P3, followed by a Humph and MJB in the lead of this race. MJB with the insane pace he showed on Thursday earlier this season in Abu Dhabi. He continues that form around this track.
Keeping our eyes on this one. So Chazza got another 3 seconds. He's in the pit lane.
Where is Chazza?
His front wing was completely destroyed.
He's retired.
MJB 6 temps. It actually looks like MJB is really extending that lead.
Yeah, MJB is pushing everything out of that
Oh,
Ferrari. He's in hot lap on his last lap to get on a last attempt to get the fastest lap. Probably won't work for him because of the DRS trains behind.
maybe those guys in the DRS would get
As
the.
21 and Jens are squabbling for P8 still.
But let's see, this is the
But
final
now
straight.
onto the final sector of this race is Humph still looking for MGB. Won't
way
get
too
him
far.
anything because of that 3-second penalty. So he's smartly staying behind to not mess up MJB's big moment in the Ferrari.
So
He's gonna win the race in Abu Dhabi once again. But if he doesn't forget one thing, which he did on the first day, gaining him
Oh
in
my
disqualification.
here we go again.
If MJB in Ferrari with a little power slide through the last corner, but it's keeping it straight across the line. Callum up to
P2,
P2
wow.
after a Ham's penalty. Camilo P4, Racebrewer P5. Psycho Lemmy has a 10-second penalty, which probably will be removed, so he's dropping down a lot now.
Jens P8.
Expecting him to get P6 back.
Let's see Blow across the line. That's P10. Looks like Neon's going to get 11. Sorry, ahead of Karuma, who's going to get the final points, and then Reg is going to come at P13. Still driving along. Reg. I thought he was retiring from the race and was going slow, but no, he boxed again. Continued doing the final laps. We will.
Yeah, got the finish. He will take the flag, Reg, after disappointing race for him.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm assuming Lemmy will get P6 back after. Probably he will be asking to get a 10-second removed.
Well
so
done.
That will be.
Well done
P6
to
for
all our
Psycho
drivers
Lemmy.
then, as Reggie is going to cross the line. The glory run for him on that last lap. He's going to actually go really slow over the line. A little bit of burnout to conclude this one. It was a lonely drive at the end. So, yeah, okay. Looks like something happened with Jakob.
Yeah, Jens. Probably you want to report that into Friday.
So hopefully the results will actually load onto the screen. But Max, if you have it on your screen, could you go through our final classification?
I will get it. 1 sec. So provisional race classification before any FIAing is done. MJB wins the race, followed on the podium by Gingenut and Humph. Then Camilo, Racebrewer 21, Boomber, Jens, Psycho Lemmy and Blow complete top 10. Finishing in the points as well, Gruber McBanana Pants aka Neon and Karuma takes up the last point. Last finisher will be no, I don't say that correctly, sorry. Reg P13, Chaza will still be classified as P14 and Jakub will still be classified as P15. So official DNFs only two, being SNRS Captain aka Hopnop and Jazz, who has some connection issues today, really unfortunate for the Sauber driver. So now then, George, who is our driver of the day?
I'm going to go driver of the day today. I'm going to go 21 because he got 6th place from 13th on the grid, and it's actually his been result in CLR. I've been seeing his name getting a lot of 9th and 10th places, but he did a really good job from 13th. Coming through the trouble, it looks like there was a lot of trouble in that field at the end, and you know he got a really good point score out of that.
Yeah, he stayed out of it. Really well done by him. My driver of the day, as I don't see the results anymore because I don't know where he was on the grid. But my driver of the day goes to Callum. He started. He was in P3 at on the grid after a really well done qualifying. Dropped back during the early parts of these races. Made a massive undercut and made it stick. Had some luck as well with the safety car to switch onto some fresh tires, because otherwise I don't think he would have made it.
Yeah.
But well done by him. Had the timing right on everything. So my driver of the day goes to
did a good
Callum.
job, mate. Callum did a good job. But I think 21 did an excellent job at the end, especially at the end.
He did. 100% he did.
Yeah.
He was there when to pick up the pieces, so well done to him as well. So drivers of the day, 21 and Gingenut. Do we have anything more to add, George?
Well, just a quick thanks to all the viewers. Good to see everyone in the chat. Thank you, GG, to you guys. Well done. Just a reminder to all drivers, if you need to report any incidents, do so. And the full race director is on the stream, just in case if you need it. So, yeah, that's all from me. Thank you very much, guys, for viewing. Max, I think we should end it, or you got to say?
I do so. Yeah, I have nothing to add. So thanks again to everyone, and we'll see each other on the next one.
Oh.
The next one is actually, let me check. Calendar, where is it? Where is the calendar? There.
Next the league owner and there's another calendar.
I have no clue. Right. Next one is Imola.
Imola, that'll be an interesting one.
So a very different track to this one. So I'm really curious what the drivers can do out there.
Well, thank you very much, guys, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.